Hi, my name is John Brakefield. I'm a lawyer in Gainesville, Georgia. The number one question I'm asked about DUIs is, should I blow or not? There's not an easy answer for that question. Unfortunately, in Georgia, if you don't blow, they're going to suspend your license or try to suspend your license for at least a year. It means no work permit, no school permit, no nothing. Also, the prosecution will use that refusal against you. Prosecution will argue, well, normal people don't refuse. Why is this person refusing? They must be guilty. Well, of course, we all know that's not true. A lot of people refuse for a lot of reasons. One, civil liberties. They don't feel it's appropriate for the government to be shoving stuff in their mouth. Two, they think that the cop's not going to give them a fair shake. Three, they don't trust computers. There are a lot of reasons why people don't blow. But the answer to the question of should I or shouldn't I, I'll tell you this. If I get a DUI case in, I would much prefer that there not be an Intoxilizer 5000 blood alcohol result as a result of a blow. What that means is I prefer a refusal. Why? Because you have to go on the facts and circumstances of the case for a refusal. The cop has to prove that you were somehow a less safe driver. They have to prove that they did what they were supposed to. With a blood result, it's simply, is it up or is it down? Is it above or is it below? It becomes a trial by computer. And we all know how computers are not reliable. Blow into what? A lot of people think, well, I blew into the thing they held out by my car and that should be good enough. That's a PBT, pre-screened breath test, portable breath test, and that's not what they're talking about when they say blow into this. What they're talking about usually is an Intoxilizer 5000 or an Intoxilizer 8000, which essentially is a computer. Basically looks like a keyboard, kind of looks like a VCR with a keyboard, and the driver blows into that and a reading comes out. There are a lot of problems with that machine that, quite honestly, the manufacturers aren't very forthright and honest about. Additionally, prosecutors and cops aren't honest about how many times that people have mistakes, have errors in their results. So when they talk about blowing into that, that's what they're talking about, the Intoxilizer down at the station house. So what do you do? Well, quite honestly, if you do nothing, then it's the state's burden to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. It's important to understand that Miranda, although it's very popular on television shows, really doesn't protect you. What you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. The appellate courts routinely find that, well, field sobriety tests, those aren't really incriminating evidence against you. Well, they really are. Whether the judges believe that it or not, the fact is, by doing these sobriety tests, these tests which are designed for you to fail, then you fail. You cannot pass these tests. They're negatives. You can only fail these tests. So if, in fact, you were to complete all the field sobriety tests the way you're supposed to, an officer's not going to go, oh, well, you passed, you're free to go, if they really believe or if they think or for whatever reason they want your blood test. So even though you may pass every single field sobriety test, but if your below result isn't appropriate according to the cop or the prosecutor, whomever, that's a serious problem. It's a very difficult question to answer. If you have any questions about what I've talked about here, please feel free to call or email me anytime. Thank you very much.